Dark Matter, Nebula, and Abyss. I've unlocked all 3 of these mastery camos for a second time on Black Ops 6. That sounds pretty crazy, right? The mastery camos are hard enough to unlock in the first place. Even just choosing one might be hard for some people, but unlocking all 3 of them for a second time, that's some psych ward shit. I've also unlocked all of the mastery camos across all of the main camo grinding modes you can think of in multiplayer, Nuketown, Stakeout, Face Off, Zombies. I've unlocked the Nebula camo in one game on every map, both in the standard and directed mode. And then when it comes to Warzone, I've played every single mode. Clash, Plunder, Casual, Battle Royale, Resurgence, all to unlock camos. And today I wanted to sit down and talk about mastery camos and the things that I wish I knew before even grinding them for a second time. The first and most obvious is the camo grinds always get easier. There's always new maps and modes that are released during DLC that make the camo grinds so easy to complete. If you're unlocking the Dark Matter camo, Stakeout 24/7 is the playlist to be in. But that wasn't there at the beginning of the game. We had Stakeout in the game, but it didn't have its dedicated playlist yet. It was just in the Face Off 24/7 mix. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't even think the game had a Nuketown 24/7 playlist for a little bit when it first came out. So we were all camo grinding on the base 6v6 or the Face Off playlist, which wasn't bad, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't great either. The same can be said for Zombies. Citadel de Mort didn't exist. We were stuck camo grinding on Liberty Falls and Terminus. And the absolute worst grind was unlocking the Abyss while playing Urzikstan. Plunder was so bad on this map, you would respawn on the opposite side of the map from where you died, meaning you were taking so long just to get back into the fight to get camo progression. And at the time, we also didn't know that there was going to be a casual playlist introduced to the game where you could make camo progression killing bots. But that is the trade-off for unlocking the camos at the beginning of a game. You will be unlocking them the most difficult way possible, and that's how it's always been. I get flashbacks from Vanguard thinking about how the atomic camo wasn't even able to be unlocked until February because of how broken the game was with camo tracking bugs, and the Zombies Dark Aether grind didn't even have a round-based map until like July or August. So if we were in the Vanguard year, there still wouldn't be round-based yet. And of course, the obvious trade-off is when you do the camos early, you unlock them earlier and don't have to worry about them later on. Which is really obvious, but for whatever reason, when a new game comes out and later this year when we get Black Ops 7, I'm going to be doing that camo grind right away. And at the time, I'm going to think it's fun. And when I get those mastery camos, I'll feel rewarded. But I also, for whatever reason, won't think at the beginning of the game, hey, in a couple months, this grind's going to be monumentally easier than it is now. But to me, that doesn't really matter. But I know to a lot of people, they want to unlock those camos the easiest way possible. And when exams are done and university takes that couple months break every year, that's when most people actually start their camo grind. And another thing people also have on their plate when it comes to deciding what to do for camo grinds is this year, there are 3 separate modes with their own mastery camo grind. The obvious choice is do whatever mode is your favorite. If you're a multiplayer guy, Dark Matter. If you're a zombies guy, Nebula. If you like Warzone, Abyss. But for most of us, we play all 3 of the modes. So if you were only to unlock one mastery camo, which one do you pick? And this is where I think I can help the most. I've done them all twice, so I have a lot of experience. So let's talk about which camos are the easiest to do and which takes the longest to complete right after 15 seconds of today's sponsor. The Sasquatch skin is one of the most popular skins in Warzone, and G2A still has it in stock. Using the link in the description, you can go pick it up, as well as some of your other favorite games for a discounted price. They're wrapping up their Elden Ring Night Rain event, where you can pick up Elden Ring, the Night Rain DLC, or any other Souls game for a discounted price, instantly delivered to your account. G2A is your gate to adventure. Thanks for sponsoring today's video. Jumping into the 3 grinds, the easiest by far is Nebula. You don't even have to be good at zombies to successfully unlock camos. There's a directed mode that limits the difficulty, so you can have an easy experience all the way through. Now that being said, Nebula does take the longest to unlock, even if you are a good zombies player and using the oil trap strategy all the time. Now here's where it gets a little controversial, but Abyss is the second easiest, because of one major reason. There's a casual battle royale, and starting in a couple days, a casual resurgence mode, where you can fight against literal bots like it's a private match in multiplayer, and still get camo progression. There still will be real players you run into, but if you're not good at Warzone, you are able to use casual and get camo challenges done. Not to mention, Plunder is great as well, and we'll get the odd LTM like Clash. And for whatever reason, this balances out to be the second longest, or kind of like the medium length grind, which means multiplayer is the hardest yet fastest grind to complete. Multiplayer, you're never going to kill bots like you are in Warzone or zombies to get camos. You always have to be playing against real players to get camo progression. But that being said, it's the fastest camo challenges you can complete, considering you can get a gun Dark Matter from 0 progress in 1 hour, especially on Stakeout 24/7. If you want to see the exact strategies that I use to complete the camos as fast as possible, and the end card of the video, I'll have my complete Mastery Camo playlist for Black Ops 6. Some other things that I wish I knew going into the camo grind that I never took into consideration were the other mastery grinds in the game. The first and most obvious one is Global Camo Mastery. If you unlock Nebula, Abyss, and Dark Matter on a single gun, so all 3 mastery camos have to be complete, you'll unlock the Global Mastery calling card, which just kind of shows, hey, I have all of the mastery camos unlocked. Now, the other grinds that you can do at the same time as doing the camos themselves is the Reticle or Optic Mastery. This grind is much easier than the camos. All you have to do is get a certain amount of kills using each optic across all 3 modes. You'll unlock a mastery calling card for each mode, and all of the reticles for each optic. Not a super crazy grind in terms of rewards, but if you do it at the same time as you're doing the mastery camos, it's a 2 birds with 1 stone situation, and you're completing 2 mastery camo or like mastery challenges at the same time, so why not? And another thing that I kind of avoided and didn't forget about, well, okay, I lied, I forgot about it quite a bit, is the 100%er challenges as well. There's a bunch of calling cards that you're able to unlock. If you unlock them all, you get the 100%er editions of the calling cards, which is a huge flex to put on your showcase. But at the same time, you also get a lot of XP and can level up extremely fast. And most of the challenges you can do at the same time as your camos. So why not do 3 birds with 1 stone at this point? There's also 2 things that I always know going into the camo grinds, but sometimes a lot of people forget about this. And that's have fun while camo grinding. Is there really a point to putting in all this time and effort into unlocking these camos if you don't enjoy doing it or won't enjoy the rewards? Like, it seems pretty silly, but there's a lot of people that go and unlock these camos just to hate the game and never play it ever again, and they just wasted all of that time. That goes for like every video game in existence, but if you're not enjoying it, why play it in the first place? And the other is be efficient when it comes to camo challenges. There's some times where I forget this and then I look at the camo challenges and I say, oh, wait, I can actually do these 2 camo challenges at the same time. This year, it's only the special camo challenges that have this. The military and mastery camos can only be unlocked 1 at a time. But when you are doing those special camo challenges, if you have to get, in zombies for example, kills while pack-a-punched, and kills while your weapon is at least an upgraded tier of rare or higher, you can do those at the same time. The same goes for multiplayer. If you have to get hipfire kills and then 2 kills without taking damage, you can do that in hardcore. In Warzone, I don't know 2 Warzone camo challenges, kills shortly after reloading and kills under an enemy UAV. You can do both of those at the same time. And in past games, it's been a little bit more obvious that you can do multiple camo challenges at the same time, but since there's only 2 in Black Ops 6, don't forget that you're able to do that. And also know what your camo challenges are going into your match, whether that's zombies, Warzone multiplayer. There's nothing worse than completing one of the camo challenges that is really easy, like your hipfire kills, and then not knowing what your second challenge is, playing the entire game thinking you're doing a camo challenge when you're actually not. and then you just wasted an entire match where you could have been camo grinding. Because trust me, that feeling sucks, and you just wasted time. It's like shooting yourself in both feet. And now that I have all of the mastery camos unlocked on every weapon, of course, DLC weapons will be done. This week we get a new Olympia shotgun, which is in the special category for whatever reason, and a pickaxe melee weapon. So there'll be some new stuff to grind until Black Ops 7 comes out. But what I'm really excited for in Black Ops 7 is new camo grinds in multiplayer and zombies. Hopefully for Warzone, whatever map we're playing on, if it's still Verdansk, or if they give us a new one, the Black Ops 7 weapons will have a new camo grind that is not the Abyss camo to unlock. And I've heard some rumors that Modern Warfare 4 is the next Call of Duty after Black Ops 7, DMZ will be returning, and DMZ will have its own Mastery Camo challenge.